Welcome to today's Explainer. Let's just jump right into things because I am absolutely thrilled to unpack this one with you today. We are looking at a really fascinating juxtaposition. On one hand, you have one of the world's most famous athletes, a man recognized in literally every single corner of the globe, and on the other hand, you've got this fiercely protected family life. We are talking, of course, about Cristiano Ronaldo and how he operates behind the scenes as the true architect of private fatherhood. Okay, so let's dive right into the core mystery of today's analysis. Have you ever wondered why you almost never see Ronaldo's daughters caught up in risky or chaotic public situations? Especially when you think about the intense paparazzi culture that surrounds European football stars. Well, this absence isn't an accident. No way. It is a highly deliberate daily strategy. It's something he and his family actively work on every single day to deliberately keep the kids out of that massive media frenzy that follows his every step.
So, let's start with Section 1, the fame problem.
Now, the central conflict for Ronaldo here is basically a giant balancing act, right? On one side, you have the intense, unrelenting pressure of the global football spotlight. We are talking about a guy who literally can't walk down a street anywhere in the world without being completely swarmed. But then, on the other side, there is this deep, unwavering belief that his children deserve a normal, protected childhood. Off the field, he takes his role as a dad just as seriously as his career. He's constantly navigating a 24/7 news cycle just to ensure his kids can, actually be kids, even with cameras practically waiting outside their front gate.
That brings us to Section 2, shielding from the spotlight.
So when this family travels, actually, scratch that. They don't just pack their bags and head to the airport like the rest of us might. They rely on highly strategized, carefully planned security measures. Every single movement is completely calculated. We're talking decoy vehicles, private entrances, specialized security details, the whole shebang. And it's all to ensure the girls are kept entirely safe from large, unpredictable crowds and unwanted attention. It is a massive logistical effort designed from the ground up entirely around their physical and emotional safety.
Furthermore, the parents actively choose quiet family time over constant public visibility. They could easily be front and center at every single red carpet, fashion week, or celebrity event. But instead, they prioritize being at home. Whether it's a quiet movie night or dinner away from the flashing lights, this conscious boundary gives their daughters the necessary space to grow up without cameras documenting every single move. They are absolutely choosing peace over publicity.
Which leads right into Section 3, core values over luxury.
Stepping away from the chaotic outside world and into their private home environment, internal character is prized way above material wealth. It would be incredibly easy for the kids of a billionaire athlete to become spoiled by, fleets of supercars and sprawling mansions. But Ronaldo has been super vocal about intentionally teaching foundational virtues: respect, kindness, discipline, strong values. He is making absolutely sure these concepts are instilled from a very young age. Because at home, it's not about the luxuries they have access to, it is entirely about the kind of human beings they're becoming behind closed doors. And this character building follows a really logical step-by-step approach. Step 1, establishing healthy habits. We all know Ronaldo is famous for his strict diet and physical regimen, right? Well, he passes that baseline of self-respect directly down to his kids. Step 2, utilizing sports for physical discipline and teamwork. And then Step 3, an unyielding focus on education. By encouraging these 3 distinct pillars, he empowers his daughters to build their own genuine confidence. He wants them to rely on their own skills and knowledge instead of just coasting on their father's immense fame. It's an incredibly structured, intentional path to self-reliance.
Let's look at Section 4, digital and social boundaries.
Now, while he does occasionally share these really happy family moments with his hundreds of millions of followers, he maintains incredibly strict digital boundaries. Protecting the private parts of life online is a huge priority for them. When your social media presence is essentially a global broadcasting network, the stakes are unimaginably high. So by keeping everyday routines and vulnerable moments completely offline, he ensures that the vast majority of his children's daily lives stay entirely protected from the public internet. They get to keep their private moments exactly that, private.
This all leads us to a broader, guiding definition. For Ronaldo, fatherhood means creating a safe, loving environment where his daughters can grow into strong, independent women. It's not simply about providing a life of luxury and endless financial resources. It's actively about facilitating this exact environment for personal growth. He is essentially building a fortress where they can safely discover who they are, completely away from the shadow of his celebrity.
And finally, Section 5, his greatest trophy.
The greatest trophy Cristiano Ronaldo may ever win isn't another championship, it's raising happy, confident children.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to reflect on this powerful realization. Just think about how a person with countless gold medals, broken records, and global accolades ultimately defines true success. After all the stadium lights turn off and the crowds go home, at the end of the day, his most important legacy comes right back to his kids.
So, to wrap things up today, I want to leave you with a provocative thought. What do you think is the absolute most important way parents can protect their kids today? Think about this regarding your own family strategies, or maybe even your own upbringing in our increasingly connected world. How do we best balance that physical and digital safety with the freedom to just grow independently? I highly encourage you to share your perspective with us down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this topic today, and as always, keep learning.